Shout out to everybody out in the Twitch chat and across our streaming platforms hanging out with us for hour number 2 of Tuesday Night Madden. Full MUT, so you're going to see a mix of both current players and past players here on the field as 1st and 10. Looking left side, and that's a catch. Nice, easy read to start things off. Reggie Bush, user I have been so impressed with since he came out last week.
Yeah, Reggie Bush, he's a great ad. You know, everyone's probably replacing him. You know, we had Barry Sanders out there. Now we're using the Reggie Bush because he's able to get that backfield master for one cap, and that's great because now you have more AP to spread around on the offense.
Pizza Hut stating the site of all Madden full MUT games to get the feel of the Madden Championship Series while playing at home. Both these players should be running out of the gun bunch. Pavan, as you can see, already in their pressure set. Nice throw up the seam to pick up a first down and move into enemy territory.
And you know, this formation that Pavan is running, this bunch, I think it's Carolina playbook or Atlanta playbook. It's tough to press this formation. So you're going to see Clef running a lot of zone, and that's what they really didn't want to get into the bunch or get into those tight end formations. But as long as we're dealing with the bench press, you're going to have to run these formations to make sure they cannot press your guys to sleep.
Yeah, so let's talk about bench press for a second. Maybe some people at home haven't watched a lot of Madden, maybe not familiar with the abilities. What is this bench press that everybody's been talking about these last couple weeks?
Man, bench press is an ability that you can get for 1 AP on the defense. And what it does, when you're able to press the guy, of course it lights up, you'll see it activate. But not only does it presses the guy, it fatigues the receiver. So the receiver doesn't actually run the route the way he's supposed to during play. So like, meaning if he's running a skinny post, his speed could drop from maybe 91 to 87.
Ooh, that's a book, that's a pick to start the game off. 1st and 10 for Clef, an uncharacteristic first drive turnover for Pavan, and now you can see the CleffTheGod go to work on offense. Big Bucks fan. As on 1st down, it's Pavan with the sack, able to bring in Nnamdi Asomugha, one of the 50 players in the game.
And you see Pavan, he's coming out here running it. It looks like the big nickel. And this is another defense we've seen brought out in the last couple of days where they're sending that nickel back off the edge.
Stepping up in the pocket, nice throw left side, avoids the tackle, and picks up a good chunk of yardage. Tyrone Calico might be the best receiver in Madden that nobody knows a lot about his career with the Tennessee Titans.
Well, you know, with the new 50 series that came out this week, they're releasing guys that were great on Madden. He may not have a great NFL career, but Madden, the game of Madden, Tyrone Calico is a legend.
Career cut way too short. Brutal knee injury off a horse collar tackle. That's actually why we have the horse collar rule in the game now, is big reason is Tyrone Calico's career being cut too short. 2nd down and 10 for CleffTheGod. Bunch on the left side.
Get it! Let's go! Come on!
Marvin Harrison on the right side, and ball's out, and that's a scoop, and that's going to be a walk-in defensive touchdown. Who else but LT with a scoop and score?
And you know, I'm starting to like this game because you see he's starting to send pressure. Everyone said you couldn't blitz, but all of a sudden, a couple weeks later, now people are dialing up the heat as you see Pavan come through with a sack fumble right there.
Tyrone Calico, by the way, his peaks in Madden, user, listen to this, 93 speed, 97 jumping. I mean, talk about a red zone target that could also burn you deep down the field.
Yeah, Calico was tough, man. You know, people was out there jetpacking, rocket catching, man. Calico was a legend back in the day.
You missed those Madden 04, 05 days?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. It's when you can really use her.
That's how you got the name, the one great user. 7-0, Pavan on top, Clef back to work, and dangerous throw into coverage, Denzel Ward lurking.
And you know, that's really not a good read by Clef right there. It looks a little on tilt. Maybe the heat has him shook.
Got to take a deep breath. He'd love to not only put that 6K in his pocket, but also get a little momentum here in Madden 21 with those club championships just around the corner. Won't help when you're taking sacks like that in the backfield. Pavan's defense screaming early.
Yeah, man, he's doing a great job of mixing it up, using his edge protectors, then sending the heat. You know, Clef is trying to show some good pocket presence, but you see that edge protector was able to get around the edge. Edge threat was able to get around that edge protector right there.
Threat beat protector. It's not something you want to hear. Is timeout taken. It's gonna be
you know, and it's
only one remaining now, by the way, for Clef here the first half.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of wild because, you know, he does have edge protector, and we've been debating on the podcast or not whether or not edge protector was really needed. As you see, that was a super shed right there. Screamer!
Come on,
And it's a throw out of back, and nobody likes to see that up here on the bottom of the screen. Well, Pavan's offense couldn't do anything. His defense has put 2 touchdowns on the board.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Pavan is looking like a defensive specialist right now, just dialing up the pressure, mixing it in from drop coverage and sending the heat. Clef's on tilt right now.
And this is where, user, when you talk about going on tilt, 2 defensive touchdowns in a row against, this is the drive that I feel like you can either stay in the game or let it get totally out of hand.
Yeah, Clef is, you know, I mean, it's tough, and people wonder why I like blitzing and I like putting pressure on him, because what Pavan is doing is a great way to play the game, because now a person, he's off balance. He's not comfortable. He doesn't know whether or not he's blitzing. Do I need to block the tight end? Do I need to send out the running back? All those type of things are great when you're able to mix that in.
First down and 10. Clef trying to go back to work. Only a 3-man rush that time from Pavan. Interesting, Pavan went away from the pressure there, as it has been so successful early in the game.
Well, he's mixing it up. He doesn't want to get predictable, and that's what great Madden players do. He wanted to see his edge threat go to work. Unfortunately for him, they didn't really get off the shed that time.
Boy, talk about one of the biggest differences from Madden 20 to Madden 21 user. Last year, the edge threats, they'd get home every play. This year, much more reserved.
I don't know. All man, them edge threats are crazy.
Reggie Bush taking it outside. The former USC Trojan, long career in the NFL. I remember Reggie Bush. I looked on the Mudhead site, and it had him with a Saints logo. Listen, I know Boogs would want me to remember Reggie Bush as a Detroit Lion.
Did he play for Detroit?
Yes.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't remember that. Stop.
The laugh was unnecessary, sir. I feel like we're going to have a word with you afterwards. As a scramble, Mike Vick breaks the tackle, breaks it hard, down to the 37-yard line. User, you know it's Madden season when Mike Vick is here in Ultimate Team. First down at 10. Clef's got a little bit of a drive going here, but he cannot get away from the pressure. Down goes Vick. A way to stop that scrambling user is to keep Vick in the pocket.
Yeah, that's definitely one way to stop it. Pavan, he's just doing a great job of mixing up. I know Clef is trying to see if he can find a tail in the defense, whether he's screaming or not. I haven't been able to find it.
Second and 14, dropping back to pass with Vick. Stepping up, looking right side, but he can't hang on to the ball, and you can see the frustration building on the side of CleffTheGod.
Yeah, Pavan's playing great defense.
Pavan,
and you know what's so funny about it, Nick? You know, the game, it changes weekly, because at the beginning of the year, everyone's like, yo, you can't apply pressure. And, you know, it's just like, give people time. When you give them time, these guys, they're going to find something. They're going to dial up the heat. And sure enough, the defense will be there.
Well, even you look at Madden 20, how much that game changed throughout the majors. At the Classic, it was the Zeke Elliott armbar train. You got to clubs, it was still running the ball, but less armbar. We saw more jukebox, and then got to the challenge in the bowl. It was a little more balanced even. Noah, of course, though, winning with Chris Johnson and no abilities in the DC format. As once again, the pressure just nonstop. Clef facing a 4th and 14.
Yeah, the edge threat, he chose to go coverage right there, and the edge threat does what it's supposed to do. And it's really whooping that edge protector. You know, I went against Bugatti Bugs on the debate, but I'm watching it firsthand. Maybe edge protector can't do nothing with edge threat.
It's like putting up a security system that doesn't stop robbers. You're like, what was the point? Why even bother spending money on it?
Oh, you see, Pavan's going to bring out the 140, so As you see Clef use that last time out, he knows the heat is coming. You see the 140 coming out here, that 146, the heat is coming.
4th and a country mile. CleffTheGod looking for something to go his way. It's been all Pavan early. Can his defense come up with yet another stop? Trying to dial up the right route combo to pick up 14 or more. That's Calico now on the right side in the slot. Pick dropping back. Looking right side. That's a book. That's a pick. That's Namdi Asamoah with the interception. 3 drives, 3 interceptions for CleffTheGod.
Yeah, you know the new Namdi Asamoah dropped Thursday with the NFL 50. You already know Pavan's going to have him out there, a legend raider.
Oh, you notice Pavan went to the barber this week. He got those lines cleaned up. He's looking fresh. He knew he was going to be here on Twitch, here on Madden Tuesday nights. And I feel like that's a cut he's going to keep for these next couple of weeks if he keeps playing defense like that.
Yeah, if he keeps playing defense like this, we could, like I said, we could see him all the way at the top. See him playing Drenny.
Can you imagine seeing both Pavan and Henry Ruggs, the Raiders fan and the Raider, in the final? I mean, that would... I feel
would
like
be Pavan's dream.
That is the dream. Pavan might retire after that. Looking deep down the field, a playmaker, but can't hook up. He's going to fall out of bounds. Only 2 of 4 passing the ball early in this game. It's been the defense putting up points.
And you know they're playing 5-minute quarters. This still is a long game. You know, if Clef can play defense, this is actually Pavan's first time on offense. If he can play defense, he still has a chance.
3rd and 7. Vic at the helm, stepping up. Clef's trying to let his defense do the talking. And Pavan will throw this one away. 4th and 7, decision time. And looks like Pavan's going to just pump the ball away. I mean, the way his defense is playing, I don't blame him.
Oh, yeah. And, you know, Clef's got to be kicking himself right now because, like, now you're thinking, like, this is my first time seeing him on offense, and I was able to get a 3 and out. And I gifted him 14 points. You cannot do that and win these games. And hopefully Clef is talking to himself right now, like, look, let's just put some points up. It's a long game. We can still come back.
14-0. CleffTheGod coming back out on offense. Guys, don't forget, the night is not over yet. Coming up at 10 o'clock, we got Derwin James versus the World presented by Oakley. Derwin's going to be taking on country music legend Darius Rucker. Let's listen to some Darius Rucker early today. Getting amped for the show as once again, I mean, at some point, Clef's got to look at the offensive line and go, what's the point in having you? Should I just go 10 wide receivers?
It looked like he double-teamed the edge protector, and he still broke through.
Absolute domination. Like real-life Aaron Donald out there.
Oh, my God.
Vic.
He's going to jump for that.
Stepping up. How about finally getting a pass over the middle? That's Marvin Harrison with a diving catch and a first down for Clef. $6,000 on the line tonight, and a spot in next week's King of the Hill matchup with, well, somebody I don't think anybody wants to face. It's the defending Madden Bowl champion, Joke. Oh, that left side throws this one away.
Yeah, you got Joke. Did you see Problem what club he joined? Did you see that, Nick?
Was that Joke's own, the 3-time defending Browns champion? Problem stepping up to the Browns?
Hey, listen, all I know is the GOAT saw the Cleveland Browns club, and he said, hey, I'm going for it. The GOAT ain't Problem right. Feel like he might be making a statement this year.
Nice scramble there for Vic. Listen, I've been watching Problem play, user.
Problem. He's 14 points better than anybody right now. If you ask me, I've been watching him play. When he plays seriously, he's literally 14 points better than anybody. I haven't played him, but I've been watching him, and he looks real good.
Cannot wait to see him in action. Those Cleveland Browns club championships, that's a first down for Clef. User, is that respect to Joke that Problem says I'm going to take him on, or is Problem saying that Clef's a little sweet?
I don't know. I mean, you know, when you're listen, problem is they're like Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan, man. He got that Mamba mentality. You know what I'm saying? And to me, the way I took it is like, you know,
come on, man.
Got him over the top, and he's got a touchdown on the board. CleffTheGod gets the play he needed to get back in this ball game.
That was a huge bomb. Clef needed that.
The worst half he gonna play. Let's go. He got stolen.
And like we said, Pavan has not scored offensively. Clef has gave him 2 turnovers for touchdowns. And it's a long game, 5-minute quarters. It's a long game. He could come back actually in the first half.
Stop, come on, one stop. One stop, we fine.
Speaking of problem, as Charlie mentioned in the pregame, Ric Flair, the 16-time world champion, said to be the best, you got to beat the best. And right now, Problem's saying, I want to take on the best from Madden 20 in that Browns club, and I cannot wait if they match up. That's going to be a heck of a ball game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man, like I was saying before, the way I took it, Problem's like, all this Madden Bowl talk. And, Problem's been around, so he knows Joe. There's some history there. He knows Joe. And so he's like, I ain't even going to let him leave his house this time, even though we probably ain't leaving the house because of COVID. But he's probably saying, I ain't even going to let you leave your house this time.
Corner route.
That's the way I took it.
Speaking of 3-time champions, Pavan, the 3-time defending Oakland Raiders club champion, looking for, no surprise, his 4th in a row with the now Las Vegas Raiders. A nice run to the right side. Does he lose his streak, though, since he's the 3-time Oakland Raiders club champion? Now that's Las Vegas. Is it only 1 now? Are we good? We keep it the same?
As long as you're the Raiders, it don't matter, man. It doesn't matter.
First down and 10.
Yeah, that was a nice stop and go by Pavan right there.
Rolling out left. He's got all the time in the world, but nobody open downfield. Up to chuck this into row 1 and into the stands, which here in Pizza Hut Stadium, it's filled with fans. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Nick Mazesco, one great user. Here, this is the 3rd King of the Hill battle, $6,000 on the line. CleffTheGod taking on Pavan. 50 seconds left in the half. Looking to the end zone. Picked off for CleffTheGod. He's going the other way. And just like that, Clef has an opportunity to tie it up before the half.
That was a big turnover by Clef right there. Way to step up. Like I said, these guys' defense is playing immaculate.
Said poise was the key before the game. He's trying to keep that composure. So a stretch around the left side. Good defense by laying the lumber.
It's Jamal Adams right there.
We're waiting for Jamal Adams to really start laying the lumber in Seattle. We're waiting for Jamal to force a couple more fumbles.
Yeah, I really haven't seen no fumbles in probably the last 2 weeks. I've seen sack fumbles, but, not just straight up, hit stick, take his head off fumble.
13 back to the ground game. Reggie push. Now give him the little swerve. What run stick by CleffTheGod. He knows he was almost out of there. Now Clef only down by a touchdown. Pavan still has not put an offensive touchdown on the board, but he's got the lead on the scoreboard. I don't know if I've ever seen Clef run that formation.
Am I tripping, Nick? But I could have sworn Clef got the ball first.
He has the ball.
I know, but we just came out of half.
No, Pavan got the ball first. He threw a pick on his first drive.
Oh, yeah, you're right, he did. It happened so fast. You're right, he did. He threw it on the left side.
Second down and 8.
Clef's in a good position right here.
Bunch on the right side, lone user on the left side as Vick taken down once again. Man, even though it's in the game of Madden, I feel like actual Michael Vick is feeling some of these hits at this point.
Yeah, you see right there, Pavan switched up the man that had that bench press. It may have looked like that streak was open, but I promise you, he was losing gas. He was losing speed. If he threw that, it would have been an interception.
They're down at 12. Left dropping back with the lefty. Looking right side. Nice pass. Good read right at the marker. That's Jimmy Graham. Boy, how dominant was Jimmy Graham for a couple years with the Green Bay Packers and with the Saints. He was one of the toughest tight ends to stop.
Yeah, Jimmy Graham, he was an outstanding pro. And he was great on the Madden, too, as he's one of the 50 players that came out Thursday. And, you know, when you're playing against the bench press and stuff like that, that's what makes this defensive Pavan is running so tough, because you have to utilize your tight end because you can't press the tight end. But if you start utilizing the tight end, he's going to start sending pressure to make sure you block the tight end. So it's like, it's a guessing game. It's a roll of dice.
$6,000 on the line, as well as staying on top as the king. A matchup with Joke next week. Pavan with the lead, but CleffTheGod putting together a nice drive to start the second half already at the 47-yard line.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that, you know, Bugs has always told me. He said when the edge threats are starting to act the fool, what you need to do is get completions. Throw the ball short, take the drags, take the table routes, just get the ball out your hand. As you see now, they're starting to give him some protection.
Opening up the pocket, and Vick able to scramble for 9. You know, for Pavan, you got to wonder what his mindset is right now, because he got the 2 defensive touchdowns, a scoop and score and a pick 6. His offense, though, has been stagnant, and he's given up some yards to CleffTheGod. A little stretch outside, trying to get the stop and go going. He'll pick up a first down, and Clef with yet another drive into enemy territory.
This is a big drive right here for Clef. He needs to get 7. His drive is taking a lot longer than, you know, normal, because he's having to take those check down routes to make sure he gets the completion percentage to get the protection he needs to get the ball downfield.
Down into the strong I formation.
Nice.
Another great block on the outside. Woo, CleffTheGod trying to get sticky with it. It's Reggie Bush picking up a first down.
Yeah, it seems like that's all we've been seeing on Twitter this week, is everyone's uploading their stick videos, just getting crazy. You know, I've seen thrown stick video. He was out there showing crazy stick. Of course, W with his video, while they watch, getting real sticky with it. I even saw his jaw for his video, man. I was like, yo, this guy's sticks are crazy.
Joel posted one today.
Oh, yeah, Joel.
Oh, he had a touchdown in his chest over the outstretched hands, and Clef can't believe it.
Look like they cheated my guy right there, man. That was supposed to be a dot.
Great read from CleffTheGod, but doesn't pay off. Back to a 2nd and 10. Bo Jackson outside of the bunch. Calico, Jimmy Graham. That's a big wide receiver.
Nice.
Has a nice throw over the middle. Oh, Reggie Bush. He got the teeth knocked out of him with that hit. Down to the 4-yard line. Anyone else feel that one? My neck hurts.
Oh, yeah. That was a big hit. That was a banging.
Even in slow motion, that hit was hard. CleffTheGod first drive of the second half. He's already down to the 4-yard line. See how he decides to attack this Pavan defense. Hardest place on the field to score. He'll go into the I formation. Bo Jackson dotting the I. He'll take the carry. Good defense from Pavan.
That's the tough thing about it, because, like, you know, most likely the person's going to run commit right here, but it's just a hard place to score, man. When you're inside the 5, the red zone, the field is so condensed.
Well, you got a guy like Bo Jackson out there to fight through tackles. Now into the bunch, and he'll go down to the I formation again. Now Reggie Bush at the top of the I, and nowhere to go on the outside for Reggie Bush. 3rd down, as Clef has only gone backwards here inside the 10.
This is just a tough place to be right here. I'll probably run the screen, halfback screening, because you know he's going to have all the coverage out there. Of course, he sends 2, and then here comes the shit.
Too much defense.
You don't think about it. You kick the three, lock up. Pavan hasn't done nothing on offense.
Just a chip shot. 26 yards out. It's up. It's good. 14-10. Boy, it looked like early this game was going to get out of hand, but Clef, 10 unanswered points. As we head to the fourth quarter, that fourth quarter is, of course, presented by Snickers. And guess what? Maybe you just need a Snicker. Maybe Clef's defense needs a Snickers here, user. They need a stop here in the fourth.
Yeah, they definitely need a stop, man. These guys are hungry for a stop.
We got Snickers, we got Chunky Soup, we got Pizza Hut. I think these sponsors are here just for me, because I'm getting hungry. It seems like the Nick and User sponsor set.
Please don't get me on the food and talking about the snacks and all that. I'll be just as worse as RG up here, man. I know you've heard the stories about me.
14-10. Pavan back into the I formation. 2nd and 4 with that 4-point lead. Run stretch, and looks like he'll pick up the first down. Reggie Bush fighting through tackles. Remember, this is not just about bragging rights. There's some real money on the line. $6,000 game of Madden between two of the top players in the world. Two players that a lot of people have on their short list as favorites in that Madden Club Championship starting on November 10th.
Yeah, that's a lot of cash, man. 6,000. I mean, it's not a million like Quavo and Derwin was talking last week.
Hey, we'll take it, man. There are a lot of people out there in the chat who are going, $6,000, I'll take it. Hit me. Pass me the rock. 2nd down and 3. This is now all about clock control for Pavan. Already down to the 42-yard line.
Like right here, I would run commit. I would just let him hang. I know he's trying to milk the clock and get it out of here. If I run commit, you know, he did run commit, but he was still able to fight forward and get the first.
User, that's why you buy the Bo Jackson item. That is why Bo's on your team.
Yeah, Bo Jackson, he's a beast. You know he's automatically going to fight forward. Have you ever seen somebody get the fight forward animation and actually not get the first down? I haven't seen that.
Once? I want to say once I saw it, but it's mostly around the end zone. It's mostly like they reach for the end zone and they end up at the 1.
Oh, okay.
That's where at least where I've seen it. 1st and 10, back to the ground game. It's Reggie Bush. Oh, takes a big hit on the sidelines. Down to the 48, though, another 8-yard pickup on 1st down.
And you see some big hits in this game, but no one has let the ball go yet.
Second down and 4. Choke waiting in the wings. Hey, congrats, great win. You're still king of the hill. Gonna match up with the best player of Madden 20. Congratulations. We'll pick up a couple. 3rd down and 1. He's going to be able to take this all the way down to the 2-minute warning. Oh, timeout taken by Clef. He takes this one early.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. And Pavan's going to drop back to pass. And Clef defense is going to get in the backfield. The clutch stop before the 2-minute warning for CleffTheGod. It's going to be a 4th and 9 for Pavan.
That was a big stop right there. I'm wondering if Pavan's going to go for it or punt it. He's in the middle of the field, so it wouldn't be a bad call either way.
And he is going to keep the offense on the field. 4th and 6. Big pressure! CleffTheGod!
Man, I try to hold my bias in, but when I see somebody out there dialing up the defense, it's hard.
Back to work goes CleffTheGod. Reggie Bush right down Main Street, spinning off a tackle, picking up 10. 2-minute warning, user. This one seems up in the air. CleffTheGod, can he become ClutchTheGod?
Oh, you already know ClutchTheGod, man. He can do it. If anybody can do it, ClutchTheGod can do it.
Here inside Pizza Hut Stadium. This feels like a big game. It's $6,000 on the line, and Pavan giving Clef a taste of his own medicine.
They're trying to dial up the pressure. I think if he would have just waited a second, he would have had that in route, because it doesn't look like his guys were going to get the shed. He ran on 3rd and 8, and we caught him off balance. We caught him off guard.
How about the play calling there from Clef?
Yeah, that's a bot play call to run that ball on 3rd and 8. You know, best believe if we was in the Discord and I called that, they would be slandering me.
You would not be able to live it down. There'd be Twitch clips posted. 1st and 10. Dropping back is Clef, looking for somebody open. There's no one there. He'll throw this one away.
He had the touchdown. And that C route is getting open on the right. Scream off. Oh, good pocket.
He's able to step up, pick up a yard or two, but it's still going to be 3rd down as we near the 1-minute mark left in this game. Crunch time for CleffTheGod, down by 4. Dropping back to pass. Stepping up. Sitting down. Pavan's defense forces Clef into another 4th down. This one for the ballgame user.
Yeah, Pavan has been playing great defense all day. If Clef loses this game, I know he's going to be kicking himself because he gave him 14 points.
If he doesn't pick this up, Pavan is going to win this game without having scored an offensive touchdown. With under, I believe, 50 yards of offense as well. 4th and 12. One play to stay alive here in this King of the Hill game. One play to keep yourself alive for the $6,000 prize. Utilizing this entire play clock. Pick, dropping back, pressure set by Pavan. He brought the heat, and he's going to put another $6,000 in his pocket as Pavan locks up inside his own territory.
Yeah, you know, I was hoping Clef would have blocked that tight end, because you knew when Pavan switched to the 140, man, he was going to be sending the goons. He was going to be sending 6 to 7 people. And when he put that tight end on that streak, I'm like, I don't know about that. I don't think this is a bluff.
Pavan gets a handshake from his social media manager, Sahil. You know, Twitter's good. His Twitter is one to follow after wins. He gets some sweet videos and graphics put up there. He's a good follow over on Twitter.